Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new video. Today we are thrifting for spring decor. I thought we would go on a little bit of a thrifting adventure looking for home decor. I hope you enjoy this video. Let's jump right in. Like I mentioned in the intro, we are here at the thrift store looking for spring decor. I am very excited to go in and see all that we can find. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Liz. I love sharing all things affordable home decor. I don't think you need to spend a ton of money to create a beautiful home, and I love to share that here on my channel. So if that's something you're interested in, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Introduce yourself in the comments. I would love to get to know you. And without further ado, I'm going to turn the camera around and we're going to go see all that we can find at the thrift store. I hope you enjoy thrifting with me. Let's head in now. Starting off in the candle section, I love to go through here, look for brass pieces, honestly, even glass, like really pretty glass candlestick holders. You could create something really quite beautiful, and they have so many different options. And I love to look through and just kind of see what inspires me. Also, kind of thinking outside the box. So I did find this wood candle holder and I thought to myself, how pretty if you just flip this over, put this on a countertop. You could even sand it down if you wanted to and create like a little riser. So I love to look outside of the box as well when I'm thrifting and kind of use things in not the way they're intended to be used for. I also found these really pretty candlestick holders, and I thought these would be so perfect for an Easter tablescape, even if you did like really pretty tapered candles and then added some mini eggs around the base of the candle in like the dish, almost like a candy dish. So again, just really thinking outside the box and just letting my creativity take over. I think the most underrated spring decor is a beautiful vase filled with flowers. I think that it speaks volumes to just the hope and the new life that spring brings. I absolutely love it, and I think that the thrift store is a perfect place to find a beautiful glass vase. They have so many different shapes and sizes. I thought this one was really interesting for $3.99. So have a look through the vases at your thrift store. Never pay full price because they really do have some beautiful ones. I even thought that this fun striped one was so cute, especially if you were having like hosting like an Easter breakfast for kids or even a birthday party, something fun to have in your collection. Another thing I'm on the hunt for is some dishes. I love to find vintage dishes to add to my collection. We use them every day for my family. We're a family of 5, so I do enjoy just having seasonal plates, but also thinking of tablescapes. We are hosting Easter, and it just makes such an impact on a table for such a small price. And I don't know, there's something about it. I know I say this all the time, but thrifting pieces like this, these plates were so beautiful, but there was only 4 of them. But thrifting plates like this, it just, to me, there's so much story and so much just beauty that can't be bought in a regular store. It just feels so much more special and intentional when you find things like this at the thrift store. So I am on the hunt for some beautiful dishes. There really is nothing quite like strolling the aisles of the thrift store, but I made my way to this section, and this is where they have all of the brass and silver. I have found some really beautiful copper pieces here, so I always like to have a look. I mean, thinking of my open shelving in the kitchen, I'm always looking for the perfect pieces to add to my open shelving, especially when it comes to silver and brass. I found that beautiful cutting board. I thought it was really pretty, but it did have some damage where the marble meets the wood, so I decided to leave it behind. But just looking through, again, I feel like Easter going into spring and summer, it's all about entertaining. So this is a great opportunity to look for servingware, beautiful trays and dishes. And again, just get that inspiration to fill your table with all of the people you love. I love that about spring and summer. Just finished up in the first store and I found this gorgeous planter. Something about it was just so beautiful. I love the organic finish on it. I love the color of it. And then it has this amazing quote that truly spoke to me. It says, "Normal is an illusion. What is normal for the spider is chaos for the fly." And I just loved this so much. And I actually had an idea for a cabinet that I recently got that's in our living room. I want to fill it with different pottery pieces like vessels and planters. And I got the idea because I recently went thrifting with a friend and I found this one, which I'll pop on the screen here for you, just a picture of it. And it just inspired me, and I love that about thrifting. Sometimes one thing that you find can inspire you on an entire room or project, and that's what happened with this planter. So I am just keeping my eye out for the perfect pieces to put in this cabinet, and I just envision it with like all different kind of sizes, similar color palettes of aged vessels and planters like this one. So very happy that I found that one. And yeah, I'm just picturing like vintage books and different like variations of height and stacked vessels and planters. And I think that will look perfect for the cabinet in that room. And that's all that I found at this store. But I'm going to take you to a couple more in a different town. I'm currently in Burlington. I had a couple comments just to kind of let you know the stores that I'm shopping in. And if you're new to my channel, I am just outside of Toronto, Canada. So this is a store in Burlington. It's Value Village. And I'm going to head to the Value Village in Oakville. And then there's this little thrift store kind of around the corner. And I love it. I find some really nice vintage pieces there. I will list in the description box the stores and the addresses just in case you see something that you like and you want to come and find it. But for now, let's head to the next store. Headed off to my second Value Village, and I do love how these stores are so organized and quite large. I feel like you can just find so many different things. You'll see the difference when I actually end up going to a Goodwill and just a regular thrift store at the end of the video, and you'll see the difference. Now, it is a little pricey, but like I said at the beginning, I always shop with a coupon and really try and be mindful of what I am buying. But looking here in the basket section, and you just can't go wrong with a really nice basket. Spring is the perfect time to declutter and organize. I know I have been doing a ton of that here. I think we ended up donating like 9 bags of clothing from just the kids growing and outgrowing things myself. So really such a great time to organize, and baskets are so good for that. You can put baskets in drawers. I mean, I used to use them for the kids' toys. Now I have one for the dog toys. So always have a look here. That is one thing I just would never pay full price for because they have so many options. And then over in this candle section, just looking if I see anything that catches my eye, anything that is spring related. So looking for lighter colors or any kind of floral scents. I do try and stick to more of a natural candle, so those can be difficult to find. I have found them before, but just trying to look and see. And then I did find that really cute copper, I think that's like a watering can It looked really cool, but I love looking through the metal decor and seeing what I can find. Over in the dinnerware section, I was really hopeful that I would find some beautiful spring plates. These ones were so gorgeous, but it was only a set of 3. That happens sometimes. You'll find something you really love, and because you're thrifting it, you won't be able to find like a large amount of them, but this was a beautiful set as well. Just this was too much. So I was really trying to just not buy anything. And I know I'm constantly in thrift stores. I will find the perfect plates for our Easter tablescape. But for now, I was just continuing looking through, seeing what else I could find. Finished up in the second store, and all I took home today was this beautiful basket. I'm kind of spring refreshing the kids' bathroom, and I thought this was perfect for the top of the toilet, just to keep some, storage, toilet paper rolls, extra toilet paper rolls, and tissue, things like that. And I loved the shape of it. And I really do like the black finish on it, especially for their bathroom. So I was very excited to find that. And I picked it up for $5.99, and I had a 20% off coupon. So every time you donate, at least here in Ontario, every time you donate to Value Village, they give you a 20% off coupon. And I'm always trying to, when I bring stuff in, bring stuff out. So I do donate quite a lot. So I kind of accumulate coupons, but we are going to head now to the final store, and I'm really excited for this one because I do usually find some really good vintage pieces. That's a big tip I have for you. Don't be afraid to travel to other towns to thrift. And if you enjoy vintage decor, then going to older towns or older parts of a town is where I usually find a lot of really good stuff. So let's go see what we can find. I really enjoy looking through this store. As you can see, you have to go down these stairs to this basement area, and it is just wall to wall stuff. I love to go through it and just see what I can find. I also appreciate the pricing, and that is a big thing that I notice between smaller thrift stores and like the larger Value Village, things like that. The pricing, like this frame was priced at 99 cents, where this at Value Village I think would have been closer to like the $4.99 mark. So you do save money, but it's not as organized or as large as the Value Village. That's the drawback. But nonetheless, I love just strolling the aisles, and our thrift stores here, that's what they're called. They're just called the thrift store. They organize their items by color. So that can be helpful if you're looking for a specific color. But I personally just go row by row because you know me, I look past the color because I know that paint can change anything. I snuck in one final store to see if we could find anything, and that is a great tip too, is to kind of map out your thrifting adventure, because often there are stores within a few kilometers of each other. So this particular store is just around the corner from the Value Village and the thrift store, so I was able to sneak it in. Looking through the planter section, I am now on the hunt for those organic textured vessels that I was sharing earlier. I would love to fill that cabinet. There's so many projects in my mind, but for now, I'm starting slow with just one thing at a time, spring in mind, and just seeing what I can find. Sadly, I did not find anything at the Goodwill either. A little bit of a disappointing thrift trip. However, it is very realistic. This is what thrifting sometimes looks like. Sometimes I find amazing things and I have a big haul to share, and sometimes I don't, and that's okay. I think the most important thing I really want to highlight is to not buy stuff just to buy stuff. I think that's sometimes the trap that we can all get into, especially consuming content like this. I hope you never feel that way, and I hope that this is a reminder that you don't always have to buy stuff. Waiting for those special pieces, those things that really speak to you, to really create a home that feels extra special and curated. Hopefully you enjoyed spending the time with me and I was able to give you a little tip here and there, or just keep you company. I am so grateful for every single one of you. I am gonna go home right now and film my spring decorating, so that will be my next video. So please make sure to come back and watch that next week. Subscribe if you're new. And again, thank you so much for choosing to spend this time with me. I am so grateful for every single one of you, and I can't wait to see you all in my next video. Bye everyone.